Mowgli, now older, skillfully navigates the jungle terrain. He leaps across a ravine, a familiar grin on his face. He pauses, hearing the distant sounds of the human village. Bagheera watches from the shadows, a concerned expression in his eyes. Mowgli mutters, "I miss this, Bagheera, but I also miss the village." Bagheera replies softly, "The world changes, Mowgli. We must adapt." Suddenly, a group of monkeys scatter in terror, screeching about a shadow in the trees. Mowgli sits with his adoptive human parents, sharing a meal. He tries to engage in conversation, but his mind is elsewhere. The villagers discuss the recent disappearance of livestock, blaming it on wild animals. Mowgli tenses, a flicker of anger in his eyes. His human mother notices his unease and asks, "Are you all right, Mowgli? You seem distant." He forces a smile and replies, "Just tired." He excuses himself and steps outside, gazing at the distant jungle. Mowgli meets with Bagheera and Baloo. They reveal that a pack of rogue dholes, led by a ruthless leader named Kanjar, is encroaching on their territory, disrupting the natural order. Baloo explains, "They're hunting everything, Mowgli. The jungle is in danger." Kanjar is described as having a distinctive scar across his eye. Mowgli is faced with a difficult choice: warn the village and risk exposing his jungle friends, or help his animal family and potentially endanger the humans. He looks conflicted, the weight of his decision heavy on his shoulders. He whispers, I don't know what to do." In the lush jungle, Mowgli's carefree laughter echoes as he swings through the trees, a stark contrast to Baloo's heavy footsteps below. Amidst their joyous fruit gathering, Baloo imparts the simple wisdom of life's bare necessities. From a distance, Bagheera observes their carefree antics with a worried gaze, torn between amusement and concern for Mowgli's future. The jungle pulses with life, yet a silent question hangs in the air. Can Mowgli truly thrive in this untamed paradise? In the heart of ancient ruins, Mowgli's playful curiosity leads him through crumbling archways, where sunlight paints ethereal patterns on weathered stone. A hidden chamber is unveiled, revealing an artifact pulsing with a faint glow, unknowingly triggering a cataclysmic chain of events. As the chamber groans under unimaginable pressure, Mowgli's innocent touch unleashes a terrifying force, as the ground trembles and the walls crack. In a moment of impending doom, Baloo's thunderous roar shatters the silence, as he bursts into the collapsing chamber to rescue Mowgli. Shielding Mowgli from the collapsing ruins, Baloo's strength and courage become their only hope for survival. In the chaotic aftermath, they narrowly escape the collapsing chamber, finding refuge in the embrace of the jungle. The jungle, a sanctuary and a trial, stands as a constant reminder of the delicate balance between beauty and danger. As the sun descends, painting the sky with fire, Shere Khan, scarred and majestic, claims dominion over the parched watering hole. Mowgli, a boy forged in the wild, confronts the Tiger King with a heart pounding between defiance and terror. Shere Khan's voice echoes with threat. "Mowgli, you cannot hide from me forever. This jungle is my domain, and you are not welcome here." From the shadowy depths, Bagheera's emerald eyes gleam with a fierce protectiveness, urging Mowgli to flee. In a desperate plea, Bagheera commands, "Run, little one, I will distract him." Mowgli, now dressed in village clothes, works alongside the villagers, his brow furrowed in concentration. With practiced movements, he expertly shapes the mud and stone, reinforcing the breached channel. Mowgli pauses, offering a more efficient aqueduct design with surprising clarity. The villagers murmur in impressed tones, acknowledging Mowgli's ingenuity. Baloo watches from a distance, concern etched on his face as he laments. "He's becoming one of them, Bagheera. Soon he'll forget the bare necessities." Baloo sighs, his expression a mix of sadness and resignation as he speaks to Bagheera. The once lush jungle lies barren, its earth cracked under the relentless sun. Gaunt animals struggle for survival in the desolate wasteland. Mowgli arrives with villagers, bringing a glimmer of hope to their weary faces. Mowgli demonstrates the ancient technique, revealing hidden springs beneath the cracked earth. From afar, Shere Khan watches, his emaciated frame a shadow of his former power. His eyes burn with hatred as he whispers, "The man, Cub thinks he can save them all? I'll show him the true meaning of survival." Torches cast dancing shadows as villagers and human settlers gather, tension thick in the night air. Mowgli steps forward, his presence commanding attention as he begins to outline a plan in the dirt. "We must share the water, drawing responsibly from both the river and the springs. Conservation and respect are key to our survival." Initially resistant, leaders from both communities exchange glances, a glimmer of understanding beginning to dawn. A shared vision of conservation sparks, bridging the divide between the jungle and the settlement. Mowgli, adorned in unfamiliar human attire, stands awkwardly at the threshold of a vibrant village harvest festival. Laughter and music cascade through the air, a stark contrast to Mowgli's unease. He watches as villagers present the first fruits to the village elders, a ritual foreign to the jungle's finders-keepers ethos. An elder gestures for Mowgli to participate, and his hesitation reveals an internal conflict. His face reflects a battle between two worlds, the wild jungle and structured human society. Inside a cozy village hut, warmth and laughter fill the air as Mowgli sits, attentive. Baloo, in a moment of jovial wisdom, imparts the jungle's law to young Mowgli. "Little cub, the jungle provides, but you gotta know how to take care of yourself and your friends." The essence of survival and camaraderie is shared, teaching Mowgli the delicate balance of claiming and sharing. The scene glows with a nostalgic warmth, a stark contrast to the harsh realities Mowgli now faces. Mowgli approaches the jungle's edge, his steps heavy with unspoken conflict. He pauses where the dense jungle meets the open land, his inner turmoil mirrored in his hesitant stance. Bagheera sits patiently nearby, his gaze filled with knowing. Bagheera's voice resonates with wisdom. "The jungle is in your heart, Mowgli, but your path now lies among humans. Find the balance." At the village edge, Mowgli's jungle skills shine as he aids in repairing the ravaged bridge. With the agility of the wild, Mowgli leaps over the chasm, a blur of motion against the backdrop of concerned villagers. He expertly ties knots with jungle vines, securing the bridge's structure with natural precision. Guiding heavy logs into place, Mowgli's strength and coordination are on full display, a testament to his unique upbringing. The villagers watch, a mix of admiration and wariness coloring their expressions as they witness Mowgli's untamed prowess. Among them, Amrit, the village elder, observes Mowgli with a thoughtful, contemplative gaze, pondering the implications of his wild child's integration. Inside the warm hut, Ranjan presents Mowgli with a clay pot. "This is yours, Mowgli. You must care for it. It belongs to you." Mowgli questions the concept of ownership. "Belongs? But the river belongs to everyone. The trees, the fruit." The wife explains the human way. "Here, things are different. You must earn money to buy things, to own them." Mowgli challenges the notion of money. "Money? Why can't I just take what I need?" The messenger bursts in, fear etched on his face. "Cattle, attacked near the jungle's edge. Strange tracks, unlike anything we've seen." In the tranquil jungle clearing, under a canopy woven with moonlight, Mowgli finds himself amidst Baloo and Bagheera, their expressions betraying the gravity of their meeting. Baloo's voice cuts through the night's stillness. "Doles, a whole pack of them," Bagheera adds grimly. "Led by one called Gowri, ruthless. They've been driven from their own territory by hunger." Baloo warns, "But it ain't just food they're after. Gowri wants the jungle, all of it." The weight of their words sinks in as Mowgli realizes, the village, and my friends, they'll be in danger. Bagheera's gaze pierces through Mowgli. "You understand now, little brother? This is not just a jungle problem, it's yours too." Mowgli, now a young man, practices his hunting skills with Bagheera. The clearing is bathed in sunlight, showcasing the lush jungle. Bagheera expresses concern about increasing human activity near the jungle's edge. Mowgli brushes it off, confident in his ability to protect his pack. They hear distant cries for help. Mowgli recognizes the voices as coming from the nearby human village. Bagheera warns him to stay away, reminding him of the dangers of humans and Shere Khan's lingering threat. The village is in chaos. Villagers are frantically building barricades as they fearfully whisper about a large tiger terrorizing their livestock and crops. A young girl, Chandra, pleads with the village elder to seek help. The elder is hesitant, fearing the jungle's dangers. Mowgli appears at the edge of the village, offering his assistance. The villagers are wary, remembering Mowgli's wild upbringing. Chandra steps forward, vouching for Mowgli's good nature, recalling stories her grandfather told her of a boy raised by wolves. Mowgli confronts the rogue tiger, a scarred and formidable beast named Vikram, in a tense standoff. The jungle is alive with nocturnal sounds, amplifying the danger. Vikram boasts of his strength and his intention to claim the jungle as his own, defying Shere Khan's old territory lines. Mowgli, using his knowledge of the jungle and his agility, battles Vikram. Bagheera and Baloo arrive to assist, creating a dynamic and visually stunning fight sequence. Mowgli defeats Vikram, but spares his life, warning him to leave the jungle and never return. Mowgli reflects on the difficult choice he made and the responsibility he now carries, understanding that protecting both the jungle and the humans requires constant vigilance and a willingness to bridge the gap between two worlds. The jungle watering hole, once a serene mirror, is now a cracked, muddy scar. Baloo sprawls nearby, his fur matted with dust, panting heavily in the oppressive heat. Bagheera stands tall and lean, his gaze sweeping across the parched landscape, concern etched on his face. Mowgli bounds into the scene, his usual energy undeterred, a wide grin plastered on his face. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Bagheera's stern expression silences the mirth. Mowgli, this is no time for jokes. The drought is severe. Animals will become desperate, and conflict is inevitable. Mowgli insists. But what if we could find water? I remember stories my human parents told me about a hidden spring deep in the jungle. Under the oppressive sun, Mowgli, Baloo, and Bagheera struggle through the parched jungle, each step heavier than the last. A sleek cheetah, materializes from the shadows, his eyes sharp with suspicion as he watches the trio approach. Cheetah warns them of the spring's ruthless guardians, Kala and his langurs, their territorial rage a danger to all. Baloo, ever the pragmatist, urges caution, but Mowgli's determination burns bright. The spring must be reached, no matter the cost. Bagheera, his wisdom a shield, agrees to the mission but insists. The jungle respects strength, but it values cunning even more. United by purpose, they press on, their resolve hardening against the jungle's hostility, each ready to face the trials ahead. At the hidden spring, Mowgli, Baloo, and Bagheera halt before a lush oasis, their path blockaded by Kala and the langurs. Kala's dominance fills the air as she declares, "Man cub, this spring is for my tribe alone." Mowgli pleads, his voice tinged with desperation. "Kala, we need water. The jungle is dying." Kala's refusal echoes with finality. "Your pleas are meaningless." Mowgli, recalling his human ingenuity, conceives a plan, entrusting Baloo and Bagheera to distract the langurs while he strives to unblock a channel, intent on fulfilling his duty to the parched jungle. At the village edge, Mowgli awkwardly struggles with a farming tool, a visible yearning for the jungle in his eyes. Ran approaches, his expression a mix of concern and guidance. "Let me show you, you're doing it all wrong." Mowgli retorts, the call of his former life echoing in his tone. "It would be so much easier to hunt." Ran's voice is firm, reminding Mowgli of his new reality. "You are one of us now, Mowgli. Hunting is not the way." Mowgli sits with his human parents, Amma and her husband, listening to a story, but the jungle calls to him. Amma's gentle voice breaks through Mowgli's distraction. "Are you all right, Mowgli?" Mowgli responds, his voice strained. "I'm fine." A sudden commotion shatters the night's calm. Villagers rush out, their voices sharp with fear and urgency. Under the veil of night, Mowgli stealthily approaches the edge of the jungle clearing, his senses heightened by the sounds of conflict. The clearing reveals a grim scene. Akela, the noble wolf leader, lies wounded amidst a pack of snarling jackals, their eyes gleaming menacingly in the shadows. With his last breath, Akela implores, "Mowgli, Shere Khan." He gathers his forces. He will attack the village. Akela makes a final plea, his voice fading. "Protect them, Mowgli, please. Remember our bond." Torn by duty and uncertainty, Mowgli responds, I will do what I can, Akela. But I can make no guarantees." The air hangs heavy with the scent of blood and impending doom as Mowgli prepares to face the challenges ahead. Mowgli, a spirited young boy, darts through the verdant jungle, his laughter echoing through the trees. Baloo lumbers playfully behind, sunlight dappling through the canopy as he attempts to catch the agile Mowgli. With a mischievous grin, Baloo swipes at Mowgli, their playful chase intensifying the vibrant jungle atmosphere. Mowgli skillfully evades Baloo's playful advances, his familiarity with the jungle terrain evident in his every move. Bagheera observes from a distance, his expression betraying a hint of concern amidst the joyous play. Drawn by the village lights, Mowgli cautiously approaches, curiosity battling apprehension. From the shadows, Mowgli observes the villagers, a longing for connection stirring within. Children play, their laughter echoing, tugging at Mowgli's heart. Danger lurks as Tabaki leads his jackal pack from the darkness, their eyes set on the unsuspecting village. Sensing the threat, Mowgli shrinks back, hidden once more in the shadows. The village, now a beacon of both hope and peril, stands unaware of the impending danger. In the heart of their shared cave, Baloo and Bagheera stand amidst dancing shadows, the firelight casting an eerie glow. Baloo roars, "Mowgli belongs here, in the jungle, safe from those humans and those mangy jackals." Bagheera, sleek and composed, retorts, "He's growing up, Baloo. He needs to understand his own kind. It's time he faces the risks." Hidden behind a rocky outcropping, Mowgli listens intently, his brow furrowed with a mix of confusion and sadness. In the heart of the jungle, Mowgli darts through the trees, a whirlwind of youthful energy. Bagheera watches from afar, his concern growing with each daring leap Mowgli makes. Bagheera calls out, "Mowgli, slow down." Bagheera warns, "Remember, Mowgli, you must always be mindful of your strength. You are not a wolf, and your human abilities can be dangerous if not controlled." The wolf den glows with the fire's heart, casting dancing shadows as the pack gathers. Akela, scarred and gray, surveys his pack with a stern gaze. Mowgli, small and tense, nestles close to Raksha. Akela's voice cuts through the warmth. Shere Khan has been sighted near our territory. He grows bolder, more reckless. We must be vigilant. Mowgli's eyes burn with resolve. I will help protect the pack. I will learn to be stronger, to be more aware. Beside the flowing river, Baloo imparts jungle wisdom to Mowgli, cautioning him about the dangers lurking within the lush greenery. Baloo teaches Mowgli, "Remember, little britches, respect the jungle and it will respect you." The tranquility shatters as a rustling in the bushes heralds the arrival of Shere Khan, his predatory eyes laser-focused on Mowgli. Shere Khan's menacing voice cuts through the air. Well, well, what do we have here? The man, cub and his protector. Step aside, bear, and I might let you live. Baloo rises to his full height, his protective instincts ignited as he snarls. You'll have to go through me, Khan. Mowgli's laughter echoes as he swings through the jungle, a carefree spirit dancing among the trees. Baloo lumbers good-naturedly behind him, his cheerful humming a warm counterpoint to the jungle's symphony. Bagheera watches from below, his emerald eyes reflecting a deep concern amidst the vibrant life. Baloo halts at a honey tree, his eyes gleaming with childlike anticipation. Ah, Mowgli, the bare necessities of life, Baloo exclaims as he begins to dig into the honey tree with his massive paws. Mowgli, Baloo, and Bagheera arrive at the riverbank, greeted by a scene of murky water and foul odors. A chorus of nervous chatter rises from a group of monkeys, their unease palpable. Mowgli's voice cuts through the tension. What's wrong? What happened here? A monkey reveals the grim truth. A new group of animals has come to the jungle. They are taking all the resources and polluting the water. Bagheera assesses the gravity of the situation. This is worse than I thought. Bagheera declares, we need to find out who these newcomers are and what they want. Under the cover of night, Mowgli, Baloo, and Bagheera approach the camp of the newcomers with caution. The newcomers' boars and jackals carelessly defile the jungle with their waste. Mowgli's eyes narrow as he witnesses the destruction. They're destroying our home. Baloo, filled with concern, warns, this isn't good, little buddy. We need to do something. Bagheera proposes a plan, relying on Mowgli's jungle knowledge and Baloo's strength. Mowgli's voice is resolute and filled with determination. We'll protect our jungle, I promise. In the heart of the jungle, Mowgli hones his hunting skills under Baloo's watchful eye. Bagheera observes from afar, his expression filled with mounting concern as the shadow of humanity looms ever closer. The calm is shattered by Rook's frantic arrival, his voice echoing through the trees. Poachers! They are encroaching deeper into the jungle. Mowgli steps forward, attempting to restore order as he calls out to the distressed cub. Rook, calm down. Tell us what you saw. Inside the wolf den, torchlight flickers, casting shadows that dance across the rough walls as the pack gathers. Amidst the pack's heated debate, Mowgli stands firm, his voice ringing with determination. We cannot abandon our home. We must stand and fight. Shere Khan lurks in the shadows, a sinister smile twisting his lips as he subtly manipulates the pack towards war. Mowgli cautiously approaches Anya, a lone figure by the riverbank, her eyes reflecting both fear and curiosity. Anya clutches a broken branch, her knuckles white, as she whispers warily, "Who are you?" Mowgli hesitates, then responds softly, I am Mowgli. Anya's eyes narrow with confusion. What are you? I have never seen anyone like you. Mowgli peers down at Anya and asks, I live in the jungle. What are you doing here? Tears welling in her eyes. Anya replies in a trembling voice, I was with my hunting party, but a tiger attacked. I got separated. I don't know where they are.